This is loose from Fiji. They've already lost 3 line-outs on their own throw-in in the first 12 minutes. That could easily have been called a forward pass there. Just sloppy at the moment. Nevua whacked there, and that's not a great pass. Koto, the hooker, never going to get that ball. Canada must be the happier team at the moment. There's been one threat from Fiji, but their basics are not functioning well enough at all in the set piece, and right now they just don't seem quite switched on.
These two have met twice before at the World Cup back in '91. Canada won that one, Fiji won in '99. So one apiece at this level of the game. Overall, 8 times before, Fiji leads 6-2 in previous meetings. As I said right at the start of the game, they haven't played for over 6 years. It's Cudmore. Here comes Smith and Pike. There's Pike with those big, long, strong legs. Morgan Williams. Cudmore again. Had a chance to go wide there. Fiji would have been stretched. They were struggling, still might be, but they win the ball at the breakdown, and Rauluni, the captain, clears long. Chance miss there from Canada. Clear possibility for an overlap.
Jamie Cudmore, one of the most experienced players in the Canadian team, takes the contact there, and they did have men. They had a real opportunity, and as it is, Rauluni will be delighted to take 45 metres or so. But Pike really makes a fine in and out break there, sets Canada up. Morgan Williams doesn't go for the easy short ball. Canada put width on it, but unfortunately their experienced flanker blew their first try scoring opportunity there, and it was one.
Reardon to James. That works well. 4th World Cup for Mike James, like Rod Snow, both in that Canadian pack today. I've played in the '99 match between these two. Rod Snow doesn't currently know where the ball is now. He's located it. Turn round. Well, there goes Biddle, who's come in for the experienced Dan McKean, who sadly misses this tournament through injury, and he does look to the manner born. But that's a penalty for offside. And Nicky Little is bound to have a look at this one.
Yeah, this is just about within range. It's about 10 metres closer than the one he went into the corner recently, and Little, he's already eyeing up the post there. Soft opportunity there for Fiji to take the lead. Seen quite a lot of offsides called at contact points there, players in front of the ball.
From what you've seen, what's your general view of the refereeing so far in the tournament?
That's all right for the referees, aren't they? Let's not get too carried away. I thought Steve Walsh actually had quite a good game yesterday. And Tony Spreadbury will always try and empathise with the players. I think the most important thing, really, it's not the actual letter of the law, it's this empathy and getting the games flowing. And overall, we've had a pretty decent start, so I guess that's a gentle endorsement for the men in the middle.
Little stab of a kick there from Little, but it's a failed attempt. And Mike Pike now he'll have to make a tackle, and does, along with Culpen. Rauluni. Little ball inside from Mumbai to Koto. Rambeni. Esther Tiger. Over that knee injury, and he's come back strongly from it. Good work from Canada, though, showing their power. Smith. Little grubber. Nevua. And good tackling. Both sides are showing the kind of commitment you'd expect in the, what you could argue is their biggest game in this pool. Could be the playoff for 3rd place.
Well, if Fiji win, they won't see it that way. They will still be on course for a shot at the quarters.
Oh, absolutely. If they win, then they can take it on from here, and they'll have a bigger game to come. But at the moment, it stands as their biggest match, and in the final analysis, might well be, and certainly billed by both sides as their mini World Cup final. here in Cardiff today.
12 and 13 in the world, obviously. It's tight, they're very closely ranked, so it is obviously the game that both feel it would be the biggest impetus winning unless they get a real shot. Mike Pike at the moment, running well, but a lot of his kicking is far too long, and it's just allowing Fiji to clear their lines easier. Seen a lot of high balls this World Cup, a lot of good kicks. These at the moment, too long from both sides.
Sean Michael Stephen, that's lovely line-out work, and here comes Rod Snow, 37 years of age now, but you wouldn't know it from that. Cudmore,
static.
Williams, Spicer, Culpen, combination that Canada have been using in midfield pretty well for the whole of the year, trying to build that cohesion in that area of their play. But no, it's a penalty, and Fiji again will have a chance to find touch and look for a better line out.
I just questioned some of Fiji's tactics early on. They've already lost 3 lineouts on their own throw. We know that their greatest asset is their exuberance and their ability to create new angles, and to do that they need to play at pace. And there are times when you just think, okay, you're going to make 25-30 metres and keep the lineout throw, but that means Tambua's team are always coming up against a structured, organised defence. And you think with Fiji, when they tap and they go, even if it's on their own 22, they can break up the structure of a defence. At the moment, they're allowing this game to be far too rigid. That does not suit Fiji.
Well, Looney, Mumbai in the standoff position, swapping with Little. That's a lovely pass to Rambeni, and here comes Ratuvu. He's got a man outside, might not need him. Oh, look at the pace here. Oh, that's absolutely brilliant, and then just lost it right at the end. And what a shame, because that would have been a terrific try. But here goes Pike with one of those long runs that he was hoping for, but no, he runs out of space. Now, for the first time in the match, we feel the game go up a level or two, and it was provided by Fiji, that kind of back play that we've been hoping to see.
Yeah, Ratuvu is so quick, but you just sense at the end he didn't believe in himself. And huge credit to Morgan Williams for making a fine cover tackle from scrum half. Pike off with those long legs, advantage called over, a split second before the kick goes into touch. That will encourage Fiji. Ratuvu, clear threat.
Taken by Rwanga. Missed the Japanese game because of a calf problem, but returning to this alongside the highly experienced Lewere in the second row. Ranga, number 5, just joins again. Rauluni happy just at this stage to keep it tight. We're midway through this first half. It's level at 3 apiece. Fiji feel that they might be getting on top here. Certainly have a chance to attack after early pressure from Canada. De La Salle, good footwork again. Rauluni, Ratuvu. Oh, just knocked Smith out of the way as if he didn't exist. Rauluni again, here comes Juice. Good attack this. Rauluni, Rambeni, man over, won't be required, will it? No. Lewere scores an excellent try. It is rugby with a smile.
Well, Fiji deconstructed Canada's defence there. They put width on it both ways. Lovely to see De La Salle dancing through the middle as well. And Lewere, that's 2 tries in 2 games this World Cup. One was from about a metre. He's now up to 7-8 metres. Look at that body angle, though, just smashing Canadians out the way. And interesting the way Ryan Smith was smashed down in that move as well earlier. Surely Fiji will look for the contact there. A good finish, a good combination of backs and forwards there. Rauluni called the shots well. They picked the pace up. When Fiji inject pace, then better teams than Canada struggle. And that's what Fiji have to do for the rest of this game. Maintain that sort of pace, which will really break any defence.
I'm not sure if you're smiling if you're on the receiving end of that kind of play from Fiji, because it is that perfect combination of pace and power that we were talking about, but it certainly makes you smile as the neutral watching that kind of rugby, full of ideas, full of everything you want to see.
As we're talking about De La Salle, just creating mayhem there. He's never going to step through, but what he's done, there's 3 or 4 Canadians sucked in, and their defence is just out of position. Ratuvu again. We said he was a danger on the one side. We saw his pace. That time we saw his strength. Much better from Fiji. And there we can see Leawere scoring. And during that time, Canada have got the ball back.
Fiji lead 10-3.
Good ball,
Sure, Michael Stevens had a run with that ball. And Spicer and Culpen. Van der Merwe. It's interesting. It's a well-weighted little chip. It's just beat him in the end, but you could see what he was trying to do. So Canada sparked back into life as well. It's Pritchard down this flank.
Of course, it's the old number 11 work playing on the right wing there, but Canada just don't seem to have the cutting edge behind, but they do have a drive up front. And Fiji still making basic errors. The restart was poor. It gave Canada a chance to press. I'd like to see Fiji take Canada on from deep and break this game open.
Little. Rambetti. Through Rambetti. Familiar face at Welford Road in Leicester.
Had some absolutely magnificent games for Leicester. Think back to the Premiership final against Gloucester, where he, along with Alisana Tuolangi, just demolished Gloucester, demolished them. Not quite found that form yet, but he's a dangerous opponent.
Again, sure, Michael Stephen with the tap back and quickly into Spicer. Cudmore. Snow. Smith. Pritchard waits, but it's Pike, and he's wrapped up by Rambetti.
Release Fiji! Stay back, stay
Warning
back.
issued by Tony Spreadbury to Fiji to enable Canada to play the ball.
Lost ball, stay there.
Biddle, who took that one in. This is Spicer again.
That's a tackle. Release.
Morgan Williams.
Go back.
Smith don't really have the numbers. It doesn't matter because there's no advantage coming for the offside.
Navua just rushed out of his line there. He then sprinted backwards to try and take himself away, but Spreadbury caught the eye, and a chance now for Pritchard. Big difference, you know, in the way these teams attack. Big difference. Canada very, very ponderous and patient. Fiji incisive.
Pritchard gets his kicking tee. He just rolls the ball forward on when the referee turns his back. That make the difference. One scored 36 points against the United States, a Canadian record. Just settled for 3 here. 3 points, which would get Canada right back into this match. And there it is again. He's one of the best kickers of the competition.
It's an effortless clip, wasn't it? Lovely strike there. And Canada with plenty of possession, plenty of territory, not that much penetration, but they're getting the points via the boot. Fiji on the back foot making mistakes, but far more likely to strike very quickly. Navua out of shot at the moment, rushes up. If it was a little bit further away, that's where the offside was.
Avo is back on his feet. Fiji back to the full complement, and that's a good run there by Lomo.
Great pass.
Little. Rambetti. Well, it's found its way to De La Salle. Rambetti stops Morgan Williams getting onto that as well. Koto. Some men hanging out wide here, Fiji. Can they move it to them? Rwanga. Well, that's another lovely offload. Guillermo Mbole. Ratuvu is in. Well, when they get anywhere near that line, they are power-packed.
Fluent